This is SJ Talks on Live coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Jerry Springer just passed away. Heart prayers and condolences go out to his family. Everybody knows Jerry Springer for he had a court show out too. He had cancer and he never told nobody he was sick, that he had cancer. He was 79 years old. I was a little shocked when I heard the news. Everybody was kind of shocked when they heard the news because nobody knew that he had cancer. Um, but he's best well known for the Jerry Springer Show. That's what he's best known for. But he's had some other careers. It turns out he was a mayor at one time, and he was doing something else too. I mean, he's had some other careers too. It's really interesting, but he's the thing that he's known for the most is the Jerry Springer Show, and everybody know what went down on that show. I used to watch it all the time, but after a while, I stopped watching it because it just started to get a little bit too messy for me. After a while, it just started getting too messy, and I just got tired of it after a while. But when I was younger, I used to watch it all the time. I used to watch it pretty regularly. It was pretty popular because folks be on there fighting and going on and this crazy stuff. Folks fighting over people's mates and, sometimes family members be fighting and it was just a mess. The show was a hot mess. Black people are starting to say, I don't know why after every time somebody die, people want to start talking junk about, because nobody never said anything when Jerry Springer was alive. When Jerry Springer was alive, nobody never said nothing about. Black people are starting to say that he exploited black people and he made black people look bad. But nobody never said anything when he was living. See, every time somebody died, people want to start talking junk. But nobody said nothing when he was living. Nobody never mentioned anything about Jerry Springer exploiting black people when that show was up and running. Nobody never said nothing about it. Now all of a sudden black people want to say, well, he was exploiting black people. Well, okay, y'all should have said that 30 years ago, 20 years ago. I mean, that show ran for quite a few years. I mean, it ran for years. I think it was on in the 90s. It ran, that show had a long run. Why didn't y'all say something back then? I think he exploited everybody. And I think that's the argument that a lot of people are coming with, is that he didn't just have black people on the show. He had white people on the show. He had Mexicans. He had people of other races on the show. And he had a lot of white folks on the show too, acting trashy. It wasn't just black people. It may look more bad because we're so stigmatized and stereotyped all the time. It may look worse. It may look worse for us on there. It's always gonna look worse for us because we're always stigmatized and stereotyped. So it's always gonna look worse for us. But he exploited other races of people too. I mean, it just exposed the ugly side of people. I mean, it's just, I think if anything, it told us that there's trash in all races. I think that's what it told us more than anything. I think it told us that there's trash in all races. That's what it told us. So, because yeah, white folks on there too acting a fool. They was on there acting a fool too. you know. So I guess I never really got offended by it because he had. I think if he had just had black folks on there, then yeah, that would have been a major issue. But he had other races of people on there. That's just what the show was about. You know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know? I think if black people were going to protest about it, or if they were going to complain about it, they should have did it a long time ago when the man was still on the air. But people always want to wait till after somebody died to start talking stuff about him. Y'all didn't say that when the show was up and running. So why complain about it now? You didn't say it back then. The man is gone now. So I just wanted to say a little something about that. I mean, I just thought that was interesting how black people are starting to come forth now and say, well, yeah, he exploited black people. Well, he exploited everybody. It wasn't just black people. It was white folks too. It looks bad. It looks worse for black people because we're stigmatized and stereotyped, all the time. So yes, anything like that is going to always make us look worse. We're always going to look worse because we're stigmatized and stereotyped. But he had all races of people on there. That's what the show was about. Like I said, if anything, it taught us that there's trash in all races. All races of people are, you know, on some silly, crazy stuff. All races of people can be on some silly, crazy stuff. And that's what it taught us. That's what the Jerry Springer Show taught us. So let me know if you in the comment section if you heard about that and what are your thoughts on the Jerry Springer Show. Did you watch him? Were you shocked when you found out about his death? Did you watch his show on a regular basis or whatever situation? Or did you hear about black people saying that you think he exploited black people or whatever your thoughts are? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Okay, until the next video, be blessed.